Golden State Warriors fans, members of Dub Nation, it's time for you to get just a little bit crazy with me. Crazy how? Crazy like a fox. Allow me to explain. Please allow me a few minutes of your time, and thank you in advance. The Golden State Warriors are currently 12-7. That's good. That's good for the 4th seed in the West right now. They've lost 4 games in a row. Cue the Klay Thompson meme, right? Or whatever, right? They have lost 4 games in a row, and their season, it's starting to teeter a little bit. And let me tell you why. It's starting to teeter because although they're 12-7 right now, the Warriors' record without DeAnthony Melton is 3 wins and 5 losses. So, in my opinion, let's just be blunt. In my opinion, this current squad and roster is a 3-5 team, and they have with 12-7 makeup on. So they got the blush, they got the eyeliner of makeup, and that is 12-7. The good news is that counts too. Those numbers count. First thing. Here's where we start to have fun. Warriors fans, don't openly panic. I'm not even kidding. Warriors fans, Warriors content creators, do not openly panic. It's bad for optics. However, you have my permission. You have C-Train authority with the authority vested in me, the right. Panic in private. I'm not even kidding. When you are thinking about the Warriors and not on the social media, start to panic about them. This is a 3-5 team. This is a team that since DeAnthony Melton has gone down, the Warriors have not played consistently well. One more time. Since DeAnthony Melton went down with an injury, the Warriors have not played good basketball. They have not played consistently well. So, yeah, panic in private. Because the Warriors look, without DeAnthony Melton, and I hate to say this but it's true, right? Got to give you the omelet. I'm going to let you know how I actually feel, right? This team looks a lot like last season's team. It looks a lot like last season's team, right? I see no number 2 scorer, and the Warriors have trouble defending point of attack defense, and also it's like they have a size issue. I think the Warriors it's like they have a size issue schematics wise, but it might not be a problem. I know. What am I talking about? I'm talking about offensive rebounds that tall players are able to tip to their offense on opposing teams, right? The Warriors don't get as much of those. However, if you look at the total rebounding stats, I am not sure if their lack of size is actually a problem. I'm not sure. It's do you get what I'm saying? They do lack size, the Warriors do. Is it a problem? It might not be. However, their point of attack defense is a problem, and it's a big problem. Second, first thing, don't openly panic in private. Second, I hate to do this, but I got to toot my own little C-Train horn real quick. Go look at my track record regarding trade ideas, okay? Number 1, I have one with Cleveland, one with the Nets. So those are ones that I wasn't necessarily accurate in. Are they good trade ideas? Absolutely. Would they make the Warriors better than the squad they have now? Without a doubt. I can almost all but guarantee it. But hey, I wasn't as correct. However, please look at my trade ideas. A year ago, I was talking about Lauri Markkanen to the Warriors. Last season, at the trade deadline, before any of the rumors came out, I made 2 videos, not one, but 2 videos about LeBron James coming to the Warriors. I would like to see somebody else who did that. Please go look at my history and then I'm actually not even kidding. I'm not trying to toot my own horn with that. I want to see someone else who had that same idea, which was correct. So I had the idea about Lauri and with LeBron. It was correct, okay? And I talked about, I'm just pulling receipts right now, honestly. The Karl Anthony Towns, I predicted rumors of a Karl Anthony Towns trade. That happened as well. My trade record and my fits for scheme and personnel for the Warriors, in my opinion, is spot on. And it's evidenced by my history. right? So I'm not saying that it's spot on because it's like I just have weird fantasies and stuff like that, okay? I'm saying that my analysis is spot on because I can pull up the Lauri Markkanen trade ideas that I years, like a year and a half ago. Because I can pull up the fact that I predicted that the Warriors would be interested in LeBron. They were interested in LeBron. Wait, real quick, just to let you know, they still are, but we keep on going. Because now we're getting a little crazy. Because I'm about to make a claim here, and it's a claim that I love. Okay, so we're going to get crazy. Let's get crazy. First, don't panic openly, but panic by yourself in private. Second, look at my track record for trade ideas. I'm on. Now we're going to get crazy. This is my claim. I can absolutely, one more time, I can absolutely see De'Aaron Fox to Golden State rumors in the future. One more time. I can see potential De'Aaron Fox to Golden State Warriors rumors in the future. How near the future? By the trade deadline. By the trade deadline, I predict that if things trend how they currently are, I predict that we will hear about De'Aaron Fox trade rumors and just the dark horse of all dark horses would be the Golden State Warriors. Why? Am I crazy? Yes, of course I am. But I might be crazy like a fox in this instance. Why? If the Kings continue their fall from grace, they're not doing well this year. They could look to break up what they have. Okay? Remember that I said, okay, they could look to do that if they continue. So this is just, this idea of even a rumor is pending. So many things happening, and I'm still talking about it. And I think that I hope that the future will honestly validate what I'm talking about. Okay. The Kings, if they continue their fall from grace, they could potentially look to break up what they have. But you have to continue to follow me. They will try to fix it. The Kings will try to fix what is wrong with their squad. I believe that they'll try to get some defenders on their squad, okay? So before considering breaking anything up, the Kings will try to fix their issues right now. But I believe if things are trending how they are, that the DeMar DeRozan acquisition may have been strikes not only one, but two for the Sacramento Kings. I believe that one DeRozan trade or signing, whatever it was, could be strike 1 and 2 for the Kings. Okay? If the Kings can't fix it, if the Kings continue to be one of the worst teams in the West, right? Then I could see the Kings then breaking it up. If that happens, though, it would take De'Aaron Fox specifically asking to go to the Warriors in order for any trade to come to fruition. So the Kings' first inclination would be to trade him for, number one, to get the best trade. Number two, when you're getting the best trade, maybe to trade him to the Eastern Conference, right? Maybe don't trade him to like a contender. So he like fulfills all of his dreams and you get nothing, right? Okay. It would take, one more time, De'Aaron Fox requesting a trade and more or less having the Warriors on the top of his list. I can see De'Aaron Fox requesting a trade and for the Warriors to be on his list. I continue. He just might do that. Steph is his guy. Okay, like if we look at the Curry brand, De'Aaron Fox is the first, and I believe is he the only player signed under the Curry brand? He was the first, I'm pretty sure, okay? He and Steph are buddies. Steph is his guy, okay? And he is Steph's guy. I truly believe that. I could see not only De'Aaron Fox requesting a trade to the Warriors, I could see Steph approving of that trade. That has huge value. First of all, Fox, what would be the good out of this? What would be the good? Why am I even saying this? Like, did we see what happened with the Monte Ellis and Curry thing? I mean, if that smaller backcourt can't work, and watch, just follow me. De'Aaron Fox would take the ball out of Steph's hands. Good. They need another ball handler. The Warriors desperately need another ball handler that can break down opposing defenses. And So yeah, when I say that, like, along with the ball being out of Steph's hands and in Fox's, it would add so much life to Steph's career and efficiency. I think that I actually think the heads would spin. So Warriors need another ball handler. It'd be almost impossible to guard Steph and Fox on the floor together. We're talking about, I believe that Fox and Steph on the floor together with a brain and a high IQ like Draymond Green is nearly impossible to stop. I think that Steph can take 3 players at once. I think that Fox can take 3 players at once. You can only play 5 players, right? You just don't have the numbers to stop dynamic offense like that. Okay, Fox can play defense and he can play a little bit bigger than his size. I've like done my homework on this whole thing. Okay, Fox is easily capable of guarding 2s. The Warriors don't get any smaller. One more time. The Warriors don't get any smaller than when they had D'Anthony Melton starting, okay? De'Aaron Fox is, I don't know if his wingspan is long, but he's like 1.5 inches taller than D'Anthony Melton. The Warriors backcourt that thrived this season early, it doesn't get any smaller, but it gets way more skilled. De'Aaron Fox can play defense and play up. I believe he can guard 1s and he can guard 2s. Fox enables a clean transition from Curry to himself. No more light years, yada, yada, yada. You now have a clear heir to the throne. Stephen Curry, and then he hands off the keys to De'Aaron Fox. That's wonderful. I love that. It's a star handing it off to another star. I can dig that. Here's the thing. The Warriors would have to involve another team in order to pull this trade off and I'll tell you why. Because the optics look too bad. The good news with this trade, it's like, yeah, I see train crazy. Yeah, I am. Just as I was crazy with the Lauri Markkanen trades last year, just as I was crazy with the LeBron James and everything like that. So he's like, fine, it's granted. This is where the genius comes, honestly, and I'm sorry to say that. This is true. The Warriors would have to involve another team for optics. Good news, Vivek, Joe Lacob have a connection. Mike Brown, okay, and Steve Kerr have a connection. Fox and Curry have a connection. Here's where the barrier comes. They're both in the same division. The optics are too, I literally think that the optics aren't good enough. That's so weird. You're like, C-Train, wait a second. You're saying all this crazy stuff, and then you're predicting that the optics would be too poor? A Warriors to Kings trade? Yes. I believe the Warriors would have to I believe that the Warriors would have to involve another team. I believe that the Warriors should, if any of this even comes, the Warriors, before even talking to the Kings, need to come with the Bulls. So it would be a 3-team deal, at least, to get Fox on the Warriors. So for optics, yes, definitely, the Bulls would be involved. Why do I say the Bulls? Because they're like having a fire sale on their squad. They're an Eastern Conference team, and also they have a couple players that I think can assuage or soothe the feeling that Kings fans are getting by listening to my amazing voice talk about trading their star to the Warriors. Okay, here is what the Warriors would be looking to trade. Here's a rough estimate of what the Warriors would get back and what they would give. Okay. Out is Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, Kayvon Looney, GP2, D'Anthony Melton, and honestly, this is just the truth. 3 first-round draft picks. Yeah, I think it would take Kuminga, Moody, Looney, GP2, Melton, and 3 first-round draft picks to get the Sacramento Kings to even consider. I believe that De'Aaron Fox is a star. That is a star's bounty. I would be willing to pay that if I were the Warriors. And it's almost like a Godfather offer to the Kings. And why? Because I think in a 3-team deal that Kuminga can go to the Bulls, which he's been rumored to for a year or 2 now, right? Okay. Kuminga goes to the Bulls. The Kings could get like a Kobe White. So while Kings fans would be like, oh no, like they're losing Fox, right? They may lose Fox in 2 years anyways when he becomes a free agent. Like I'm not gonna lie here, okay? But I would feel a heck of a lot better. And I think it's just an amazing offer. if the Kings got something back to the gist of like a GP2 for defense, okay, or a Melton for cap. They got a Kobe White and 3 first-round draft picks. I think that is a quality haul, especially because of Kobe White's potential. I'm not gonna lie, I heard some Kobe White to the Warriors rumors, and I'd like that just as much as Fox. Okay, I could just actually see. It's like I'm very good with the imagination types of and the way that things are trending, the way that I'm feeling things out this season. I could actually see a move like this being made. So the Warriors, what would they get back? They would get back something in the realm of De'Aaron Fox, Doug McDermott, and Alex Len. McDermott might be functional as a three-point shooter, maybe not. Alex Len provides size, stopgap 7'1" player who is a capable NBA player, just like he's average. I think that the Warriors could use him in small spots as like an aircraft carrier center. I mean, they're getting a dude with incredible size. So does this leave the Warriors with too few big men? Probably. Is that a problem? I'm not actually sure. It might not be. The Warriors seemingly don't really play with a lot of big men anyway, right? So it's like, while you're saying, oh, well, who's going to play? Who's going to be like the 5? It's like, well, honestly, in that type of lineup, you would have something like a Steph, Fox. You even put in, get a defender. And then you go Wiggins and Draymond at the 4-5. Like that, those are the types of things that I'm talking about, right? And then the Warriors just run everybody off the court. Is this realistic? In my mind, absolutely. But in like reality, who knows? But the thing is it's vision like this and it's a narrative like this. Like, look, it's not like, I believe it's intelligent, critical thinking to see a team like the Kings struggling, to envision what happens if they continue to struggle, right? And then to have the imagination about how that team might fare. I think it's very valid. And I hope that you have fun. I hope that you had as much fun as I did with this, just reimagining what's going on. So, look, there's a slim chance of this coming to fruition, but I think that there's a strong chance that a move like this will be brought up. It's just, will it get to LeBron levels of interest? So, like, Joe Lacob literally called, like, the owner of the Lakers, like, Bus, right? Last season, and they talked about a potential LeBron deal. Will it get to LeBron levels of interest? If the Kings continue to be this poor, maybe. Because, so again, it's like, it would almost, if it were just a Kings Warriors trade, it would be pretty unprecedented. But the fact that I'm bringing a third team in there and really giving the Kings a lot of assets that they would probably want. And also, like, Kobe White is good. He's a really good player. He's definitely a level drop from De'Aaron Fox, but, like, gosh, it would take a Fox asking out, So, like, how Kevin Durant asked out of the Warriors and the Warriors traded him to the Nets, it was really like a sign and trade, right? But yeah, just how that happened and the Warriors got Wiggins, like, I could see, right? Like, the Kings losing Fox, but getting, like, a Kobe White. And, like, with assets, sure, not being as good off, but, like, not being that bad off. So, an interesting idea from C-Train Station. Critique away. Call me as crazy as you want, because I honestly love it. I love it. I love creating ideas like this. I think it's problem solving for the Warriors. I think that I'm getting incredibly proactive with problem solving for the Warriors. I think that they do have some issues. They're 3-5 without their current roster's 3-5. 3-5 isn't good enough to make it in the West. De'Aaron Fox solves a ridiculous amount of issues for the Warriors while not really raising any more issues. I would say that, and I would lean away from this more if I didn't see Melton, the smaller guard, like do really well with the Warriors, like thrive. And the Warriors kick butt with him on the squad. So until next time, you know what? We're never going to survive unless we get a little crazy. Thanks for getting crazy with me. Till next time, I'll see you at C-Trade Station. Have a good one.